What words of advice would you give to someone who's earlier in their career in the context of wellness? Maybe something that you wish you would have known earlier in your career that would have helped you, or maybe something that you did well that did help you throughout your career. What words of advice would you share?
Yeah, definitely recognize that this job can and will change you. Um, I think a lot of people get into this profession because they want to make a difference, and you can make a positive difference. But I think if you could recognize that all of the traits that make you an effective young police officer are exactly the traits that ruin your relationships and mental wellness. As a young officer, it's difficult to realize that everyone's lying to you on the street. No, I wasn't speeding. I didn't steal that. It was the other car. It wasn't me. It's difficult, human nature. You want to believe people. But to be an effective officer, if you have in the back of your mind that everyone's trying to get something over you or lie to you, you'll be more effective as an officer. You'll dig into that stop or that encounter more thoroughly. But it's exactly those traits, if you translate them into your personal life, that will ruin your relationships with your family, with your kids, with your friends, with your loved ones. And so, if you can have that recognition early on to know that you have to separate the two, and it's difficult to do, but I think just talking, even talking to you or talking to anybody, I think if you just talk it out and recognize that and have a good support team, that you could be built for the marathon, right? Because it's a marathon getting through this career. I can't believe I'm 25 years in. I feel like a lot of those years are dog years, and I'm certainly at closer to the finish line than the beginning. But there's a lot of guys and gals out there that have a long way to go, and the job's only getting more difficult. But it's still a phenomenal profession. I think the greatest profession on earth. And, you can make a difference, but you need to take care of yourself and have the right professionals and support system around you to make sure that you get to the end healthy.